How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Dropbox sunsets unlimited storage plan, partly blames crypto mining. Detailing the rationale behind the change, the company said that the decision comes in response to growing misuse of the offering, where customers have been leveraging its advanced subscriptions for purposes unrelated to business use, such as crypto. Dropbox took specific aim at Shia, personal storage pooling, and even storage reselling. Importantly, our policy for Advance has always been to provide as much storage as needed to run a legitimate business or organization, not to provide unlimited storage for any use case, Dropbox said. So they're kind of saying, hey, we're not for this, we're for a more business case for their file storage systems. FTX and BlockFi hit by third-party data breach exposing user data. Kroll, a third-party agent responsible for managing creditor claims for bankrupt companies, has been hit by a data breach. This led to a compromise of customer data from FTX and BlockFi. FTX took to X to announce that they had this cybersecurity incident that compromised non-crucial customer data, and Kroll is going to notify affected individuals directly with measures that they can take to protect themselves. So look out for a message from Kroll if you're involved in any of these cases. Mastercard ends co-branded card programs with Binance. Beginning September 22, Mastercard will end its crypto card offerings in Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, and Bahrain. The four pilot Binance co-branded Mastercard programs will no longer be in use, he said, adding that the deadline will provide cardholders with a wind-down period to convert any holdings in their Binance wallet. So you'll have a bit of a period where you can convert any rewards you may have, so make sure you do that. Over on our total, we are getting a little bit of a drop here, nothing too extreme. We did break a Fibonacci level though, so our next support would be this pattern. Our VWAP is heading out, and money flow is maintaining bearish momentum, stochastics trying to come up, and our RSI is still sliding down. And momentum is starting to curl out as our VWAP is still losing strength, so if we continue with a red candle tomorrow, we may start a breakdown. Over on Bitcoin dominance, we are starting to roll away, so we could set up a downtrend. Our RSI is starting to lose steam, our stochastic is starting to make a bearish cross and could fall to the bearish side. Our VWAP is struggling to have any kind of bullish momentum and starting to taper away. And our money flow is inching away from that neutral zone, and it's getting lower lows with lower highs, setting up a bearish trend. And momentum does want to come up, but the VWAP's struggling, so that momentum's going to struggle as well. Over on Bitcoin futures, we are kind of going sideways here. RSI is just going flat. Our stochastic wants to come up, but still in the bearish territory. At VWAP struggling to gain bullish momentum. Our money flow is trying to bounce up. It's overall getting lower lows and lower highs though, so we could make a bearish trend here. That momentum does want to push up, but if that VWAP rolls over, that momentum's going to struggle. Over on Bitcoin, we're still locked within our channel. RSI is starting to fall, as stochastic's starting to bend. Our VWAP is starting to curl out. The money flow is coming down, and the momentum's starting to curl out. So overall, we could set up some bearish momentum if we don't get a green candle to bounce off this support level. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the subscribe, join us in the Discord link down below. There's a few members with us, we'd like to see a few more. There's a free kind of statue that we're working on that you'll be getting if you do join. So there's that little bit, and there's some other resources and other things. As well as we are trying to build a community, and we need you to join us in order to do that. Over on the 4 hour, we are getting a little bit of a rejection from that top. We have touched this support a few times. Our RSI is trying to head up, but our stochastic's losing strength. That VWAP is trying to push against that neutral, so if the VWAP can break through, we could gain some bullish momentum, and we could get a bit of a curl here. However, if we reject here, we could get a little bit of a rejection and break through that support. The momentum is setting up bearish strength, trying to curl as our VWAP's trying to push. So if the VWAP can push through, our momentum will roll up and get a green dot. The money flow is pretty flat overall. It's struggling to get past this like 19 zone. So if the money flow rolls over here, we could set up that bearish strength. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic's running up. Our RSI is starting to taper off. That VWAP's starting to curl out. Money flow is starting to get a rejection from that neutral. That momentum is trying to come up with a green dot, but is in trouble since that VWAP's starting to curl. So keep an eye on that. Over on the 1 hour, we're starting to round off here. Stochastic's starting to round off with a bearish cross. RSI is starting to round off. VWAP is rounding. That money flow is in the bullish territory, but that's rounding as well. So overall, everything is pretty bullish, but we are rounding. On the 1 hour, you can see we are setting up lower highs with lower lows. So we do have a bearish trend. If we do get consistent lower highs and lower lows, that would be a downtrend, but we're not getting very consistent ones. So we don't have a down channel. This is a down trend. They're slightly different. A downtrend is just price moving down. A down channel is like a parallel channel. Over on graph for the daily, we are trying to make a little bit of a bounce off of support, but we could set up a descending triangle, which could be a bearish pattern that can break us down. As stochastic's starting to roll over, RSI is losing strength. That VWAP's bouncing off that neutral. So if it breaks through that neutral, the VWAP will gain bearish momentum. If it gains strong bearish momentum, we could get another leg down and see some sort of flag or triangle play out. And money flow is maintaining bearish momentum. Our momentum does want to come up, but it's starting to round away as that VWAP is starting to taper off as well. Over on the 4 hour, we are overall getting lower highs, pretty consistent lows. So that's what a descending triangle is. Stochastic's coming down, RSI is coming down, that momentum is coming down. That money flow keeps rejecting from that neutral and can't gain bullish strength. So we could see a breakdown because of that if we keep curling away. That VWAP's trying to cross through the neutral, so that could set some bullish momentum. But if we just cross over and roll away, we could see some further bearish action. Also, if you're ever wondering what that little 99 thing with that alert is, you'll need to be in the Discord group. Also, being in the Discord, you get daily updates in the morning. That'll be like based off what the market's doing. So there's a few things in there. RSI's trying to head up, stochastic's trying to run up, that VWAP's trying to head up, and money flow is trying to get a bit of a curl up. And momentum does want to come up with a double green dot, so that is good, but that's only because our VWAP's breaking bullish. If that VWAP comes into resistance here and curls away, we'll get a breakdown and see a lower price action and see another downtrend. Now this isn't quite a wedge, because a rising wedge, you would have rising lows with falling highs, or a falling wedge, you'd have lower lows with lower highs, and it'd be more tapered. This is pretty flat. See, a wedge you'd have more like up here. This one will kind of connect back here. So there would be your triangle. Breakdown would be roughly around that 794, so that'd be right at the bottom of those wicks. So our stochastic is trying to run up, RSI is trying to come up, that VWAP's trying to push up off that neutral, the money flow is trying to push into the bullish territory. So if the money flow can maintain this bullish strength, we can get a push up. However, if we get rejected, we'll see some lower price action. And momentum does want to come up, but that's because that VWAP's running up. If the VWAP meets resistance and gets rejected here, like it has before, then we could push down from here. Over on the daily for Anchor, we do have a little bit of a green candle, nothing too exciting. Stochastic's trying to push up, that RSI is heading up slightly, overall pretty flat. That VWAP is trying to maintain an up channel, but is coming down. That money flow is getting a slight bounce off that neutral zone, trying to maintain bullish strength, so we'll need another green candle to push us up. That momentum does want to come up, but if that VWAP rolls over, then that momentum is going to struggle. Over on the 4 hour, Stochastic's starting to roll off, our RSI is starting to roll away, VWAP struggling to maintain its bullish trajectory as it's starting to round out, that money flow is starting to come out, and that momentum's starting to round away. So if we get another red candle, we could get pushed down from there. However, if we get a green candle, we could set a higher low on the money flow, and that VWAP could try to straighten out and continue up. Over on the 2 hour, no gaps yet. Stochastic's trying to push up, that RSI is struggling to maintain any kind of bullish trend and pretty much going flat. VWAP's overall getting lower highs, coming back down to test that neutral, so watch out if it breaks. That momentum is starting to curl off because the VWAP's weak, and the money flow is picking up bearish strength in the bearish territory, so overall we look like we could get another leg down. We're on the 1 hour, this would be more of that falling wedge, more of like a rising wedge here. Because price is getting higher lows, but we are getting lower highs. So that's more of your wedge. But even though it's rising, it's a bearish pattern. We do have a bearish divergence here on our stochastic that could push us down, and momentum's starting to roll over with a red dot. The VWAP is breaking into the bearish territory, and the money flow is pushing into the bearish territory, picking up steam as well. Over on XRP for the daily, like I've said before, if anyone wants to see any other coins, let me know. I don't invest in every coin you see. A lot of these coins have been suggestions that you the viewers have made, and that's why we do them. So we could always switch lanes up if you want. Stochastic is running up, RSI is trying to head up, that VWAP is overall losing strength, that money flow is overall losing strength as well, but is trying to get a bit of a bounce, and momentum is trying to come up. Speaking of deciding what coins we're going to do, I'm going to start doing more voting within the Discord, and that's probably going to be the next topic I'm going to have in the vote. What coins would you like to see? So everyone will get to get their opinions there. Another reason to join. Over on the 4 hour, we're trying to make a push up. Could be an ascending triangle if we can set a high relative to this high. That could be a bullish indicator. However, if we roll away here, we'll have some sort of a symmetrical triangle that could push us down or up since they're 50-50, but it would be more bearish leaning and have a bear flag because we came from a breakdown. That stochastic is running up. It does look like it could curl out, so we could set up lower highs on that stochastic. RSI is trying to overall trend up, even though price is trending down. So we have a little bit of a divergence with that. Our RSI is starting to curl off. Our VWAP is starting to roll away. Our momentum is starting to roll off because our VWAP's not too, it's strong, but it's starting to roll away. That money flow does have a bearish trend. It is trying to form a bullish trend though, as we do have a higher high and we are trying to get some sort of a higher low. So if we're able to set a higher low, we could see a bullish trend, and that could give that triangle possibility some ground to stand on. Over on the 2 hour, we have a reversal arrow here that could bring us down. So just watch out. We have indecision candles, so once we get a actual full body candle, that'll probably help determine what direction we're going to move. Stochastic is starting to round away. Our RSI is going pretty flat. It is pretty overbought currently. Our VWAP is starting to lose strength, getting a lower low, so we could overall set bearish trajectory with that. That momentum's starting to round off, and that money flow is in the bullish territory, but it's struggling right now, so if it flops back over, we could set up for another leg down. Over on the 1 hour, might have a little bit of a mini bull flag here that could form if we keep chopping sideways. That could help push us up, get that top I was talking about, and then maybe we break down from that or see a retest from that and then a rise up. But that'd be a long shot and we'd have to invalidate this pattern to do that, so keep that in mind. That stochastic is rolling off, the RSI is rolling away, the momentum is starting to curl away with the red dot. That VWAP is starting to push lower, testing that neutral, so be careful. If that VWAP breaks through strongly, that momentum could come crashing down and we could get sucked under. That money flow is testing that neutral as well, so if the money flow breaks through, we could get that bearish trajectory. Over on Algo, we'll cover the meme coins tomorrow for our meme coin watchers. They're not too exciting today, so not going to bother. They're going to be pretty similar to these coins. Our RSI is overall rolling over. Our stochastic's starting to roll over. That VWAP is losing steam. The money flow is struggling to maintain any kind of bullish trend. It is starting to inch its way back up, but we are getting red candles in this volume profile range, so that means we could come down to the Fibonacci zone and test that. The momentum does want to come up. It had a bullish divergence, but it didn't take us anywhere, so we may be set up for a rejection of that. Over on the 4 hour, we do have a bit of an up channel forming, so be careful, as that would be a bearish trend that could push us lower. We don't quite have a wedge like other things, so draw that out for you real quick. Also, if you haven't already, since you're waiting for me to draw this channel, smash that like since we're almost done, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. But here's our channel. That could bring us back to where we broke down from. But, oh, sorry, bearish pattern, rising channel. You would think rising. Nope, rising channels bring you down. Our stochastic is starting to push lower, so that could start to retest those waves. Our stochastic could push us lower. RSI is pretty flat. That VWAP does have bullish trajectory, but it's struggling to kind of maintain that strength. So it could roll over here and break us down. So that could set even lower price targets if we do break from here. That money flow is starting to arch out, and that momentum struggling to continue with bullish strength as our VWAP struggling. So if that stochastic gets a bearish cross, that could be what kicks off that down leg, the leg down. Our stochastic is trying to run up here. Our RSI is going pretty flat though, even though it has strength, and looks like it could start to roll out. Our VWAP is setting lower lows, heading back toward that neutral. That momentum does want to pick up, but if the VWAP starts to break down, that momentum will follow suit. The money flow is starting to reject away from that neutral. It hasn't managed to gain any significant bullish momentum, so we could be set up to see a leg down. Over on the 1 hour, we have manipulation X's, reversal arrows, and none of them did anything. Stochastic's starting to arch away, RSI is starting to arch away, and momentum's starting to lose strength. The VWAP's setting lower highs, and it looks like it's about to break through that neutral. The money flow does have bullish momentum, so that is good. It did make it bounce, so if that can continue with strength, that can carry over to our other time frames. However, if it rolls over and loses the strength with the VWAP here, then we could be set up to drop out from here. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night. Again, smash that like and subscribe and join the Discord, especially if you want those updates and alerts.